Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, welcome to that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I am joined by my lovely co-hosts. Joining me from the cornfield just 3 clicks to the northeast, it's my favorite Sasquatch, Andrew Tiede.
Wake up and choose violence.
And dialing in from the left coast, my good friend, Brane Damage. And coming in from occupied South Canada, Quiet Michael. Being especially quiet because he's not here yet. And we are going to have some funny memes for you. But first, a patented, trademark, copyrighted, absolutely essential part of every single show. You know it. You love it. You know what I'm talking about. I'm going to make you sit through my, things that I made. Look at this beautiful. I did this for your playlist because it was so
yes.
fun. Liked it a lot. Trying to think of the themes for the show. So all kinds of themes coming down to thing. Had to make a thing for you.
Yeah, I saw that.
I goldenized it, and then I did it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm hearing Return of the Mac in my head.
Anyway, this is what AI does, by the way. AI turned, I guess, one of us into Indiana Jones and his dad at the same time, and some other guy, and it turned the Bad Bunny symbol into just a regular bunny, a little close to the Playboy bunny. I wasn't really happy about that, but and DJ Sasquatch still looks like a Sasquatch, which I was pretty. Return of the Squatch. I was pretty happy with that. But then, as I let it go, man, it just got weirder and weirder. And, at this point, I'm like, okay, now you're just a gorilla. That's a gorilla. But of all the stuff that I ran through the AI, I got to say, best nipples and the shrooms. Nipples and shrooms. I mean, whoa, right?
I'm not a shroom guy.
Well, Squatch is. He's out there in the forest, see?
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Now, I know that should have gotten y'all hyped up for the depressing news. Oh, my God, there's so much news. Oh, wait, no, hang on. So much news, always. I want to remind you this little tidbit from C user Elaine at user Elaine_EXE. Hard to find the balance between educating yourself on current events and not making yourself so indescribably sad that you can't properly function. I feel your pain, and I read all your cards and letters. Keep them coming. Here's a weird thing that's going on tonight. Apparently there's a Democratic, there's a governors association where all 50 governors in the country go and have dinner at the White House. And the president invited everybody but these 2 governors. One here, seen Maryland Governor Wes Moore, because he's black. So that's where we're at. And some other one from Colorado, because he's from Colorado. I don't know. Anyway, very strange. Hey, good news. The New York City nurses and hospital officials have reached a deal to end their strike. 2 out of 3 hospital systems are coming back. The nurses union has won them a 12% raise over the next 3 years and some more protections against hazardous work and extra pay, which is awesome. Fox News chose to say, New York City hospital accuses nurses union of seeking protections for workers arriving drunk. Hi. Leave it to Fox News to make nursing in New York City sound even cooler.
What they got against me?
Newly Americanized Nazi Peter Thiel's company, Palantir Technologies, that's the surveillance company that can see everything and do pre-crime, like out of the movies. Their stock took a real tumble. Friend of the show, Joe Klosik said, is it ironic to say they should have seen it coming? Very good stuff. Hey, in good news, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this, but I've been checking the charts, and it does look like renewable clean energy has overtaken coal. So solar and wind are now powering, solar, wind, and hydro now powering more than coal. just topped out about 35% or so due to an interesting shutdown of some coal plants in China, which I didn't know about. So, and of course, the massive amount of solar electricity that's been added. So, the rest of the planet's cleaning up. That's cool. Another fun news, ICE agents fear they may have been lied to on their hiring bonuses. Several of them haven't been paid. Wow. Yes.
Welcome to working for the government, bitches.
Yeah, you came for the bonus. You stayed for the violence. That's pricks. A lot of people talking about the commercials on the Super Bowl this weekend, and probably the most captivating one, the one that got the most talk, was about the Ring cameras. And they made it so nice. The Ring, you could use Ring cameras to surveil your whole neighborhood for your dog. And I liked Lee Camp actually posted this, and he was just like, he said that, when fascism came to America, it would be carrying a cross and wrapped in a flag. And he goes, in this case, your surveillance technology is wrapped in cute puppies. You can find your puppy. You can find your puppy. Anyway, yeah, woohoo, fascist state, lovely. Hey, the president of Canada, Prime Minister of Canada, he just reminded Trump that Canada paid for a key border bridge that the U.S. president says he won't open. Okay, we bought that. Sorry, got to open the bridge. Also, there's 3 bridges in the news that he has shut down right now. He shut down construction on the Big Dig also in New York City, and it's just crazy. Just crazy. He hates bridges. He does not like building bridges. He prefers putting up walls and dividing things. Anyway, local hero from Huntley, Illinois, which I found out is in the middle of nowhere between Chicago and Rockford, like in the middle of nothing. But he posted this because it went kind of viral. This woman over in Huntley opened up or Crystal Lake possibly, opened up the Trump Truth Store and piled all her crap like outside on the sidewalk, which is against regulations. So he left her a really sternly worded Yelp review. And then his pictures of the inflatable doll. And that is an actual inflatable Donald Trump sex doll. He thought, yeah, I'm not sure if you'd buy that because out of hate or love. I don't know who that's for, but she bought one and put it outside and thought that would be a good thing for children to see. So anyway, after enough Yelp reviews and some national attention, the village cited the Trump apparel store in Huntley as the building owner basically got evicted. She got evicted. That's what happened. Anyway, just kind of funny. Trying to mix in some good news, some fun stuff, some interesting stuff. Hey, Quiet Michael's here. There was
Beat the hell out of them.
March for Life attendees in the Washington Capitol. Every year, about 150,000 people go out there and do some walking for life. Well, they've been exposed to measles. A lot of measles going down there in D.C. And on the upside, you know what I mean? If you're, I don't know. Some people that were also there were the Patriot Front. So that's on the upside. Patriot Front was also there, as well as J.D. Vance. Patriot Front is a white nationalist, a bunch of pricks that show up and they try to corrupt the Walk for Life people every year. So handing out their tracts and doing their propaganda and stuff. So, I just raising a toast here and saying a little prayer that all those guys get measles. Go measles. All right. Moving on. I don't know if you guys got to catch this one, but down in Texas, this asshat decided to pull up on a protest outside of a high school and in his truck. And then he ran out and grabbed some girl. And then all these other kids came out, including a bunch of girls, and they beat the shit out of this guy. I don't know if you can see his eye here, but he ran away like a scared little girl, hopped in his truck, went home, shaved off his porn mustache and his hair to try and disguise that he was definitely bloodied. These girls definitely kicked his butt. Just the dumbest. 45-year-old man. 2 counts of aggravated assault. Speaking of counts of aggravated assault, Kid Rock is in hot water. After, of course, people read the lyrics to his songs. We're like, is he singing purposely about underage girls? What the fuck? Yeah, tune into that on Christian Turning Point, your bastion of morality in the sea of, What the hell? Anyway, just craziness, man. Yep, there's the lyrics right there. I'm not going to read them. It's gross. It's gross.
That song ended up in a 2001 animated movie
Ugh. We live in
called
the worst.
Osmosis Jones.
Oh, I never saw that one. It was Eddie Murphy. And
No, Chris Rock.
Chris Rock.
He did a racism.
All right, well, whatever. Okay. All right, look. Hey, Patriot Front members making a second appearance in the show. They lost their lawsuit against a doxer who infiltrated their group. He was like, yeah, here's this guy's name, here's this guy's face, here's this guy's name, here's this guy's name. They sued. Didn't matter. So, way to go, Patriot Front. And again, I hope you get measles. New York Times ran this story. Ex-Turning Point leader gets probation after forging voters' names. Remember when the Turning Point right wing was all about voter fraud and all that stuff? It's always, every accusation is projection. Everything they talk about, you should just start Googling their names and whatever they're saying other people are doing. We got some more names out of the files. This guy, it doesn't matter. This guy's a shake. It's crap. Let's move on. Super Bowl score that matters from our friend Jim Narikas is Bad Bunny $135 million, Kid Rock $6 million. and Jim Narikas also comments, turns out that Kid Rock song Balls in Your Mouth is not about the choking hazards of children's toys. Jim's funny. One commenter said, so I guess Clanchella got less than half the viewership of the Puppy Bowl. But if you were online, they were all declaring victory. All calling it a big victory. See here. This one's from the other 89%. So for those of you who are not following along, it's very important to be aware that while Vice President is getting booed in Milan, NBC and Peacock are censoring that for those of us in the United States in the Olympics there. The U.S. broadcast cut out the boos and added some applause. And the author says, well, I'm not surprised. It still rattles my soul since I grew up learning that Russia, China, and North Korea were horrible places, that only citizens, were allowed to see what they allowed them to see. Well, here we are. So, yeah, I was tuned into the Canadian one to hear, and the Canadian commenters like, oh, he's getting booed. That's a lot of boos. A lot of boos for the vice president from the United States. Almost as loud as the boos for the Israeli team. I felt, yeah, it was very, I liked it. Canadians, they don't play around. They're like, we're going to.
No, I love them, but I'm rooting against their hockey team so hard.
All right, well, sorry. Friend of the show, Jeff St. Clair, has this. Vance had to delete this tweet. You see the vice president here, and it says the Vice President Vance and Second Lady Usha Vance attended a wreath-laying ceremony at the Armenian Genocide Memorial to honor the victims of the 1915 Armenian Genocide. But then he had to quickly delete it because it is the official policy of this administration to refuse to recognize the Armenian Genocide. So let's... I know. And it's like, I think that's the origin of the word Holocaust. That's how bad the Turks wiped out the Armenians. We don't even remember that they... Anyway, so yeah, I love it, man. He can screw up anything. Friend of the show, Tim Onion at Ben Collins at Blue Sky Social says, the United Kingdom might lose a prime minister because a guy who worked for him knew another guy who hung out with Epstein. Meanwhile, the U.S. opposition party is telling our president, who is Epstein's best friend, that his secret police should get better training so their public street murders look less messy. Oh, we got some woofs on that and some eyes from Michael. That's exactly it, man. Back to the good news. Friend of the show, Joe Kleinschmidt, has reposted this from Brian Allen. Says, New York Police Department officers quit in droves before Zohran Mandami was even inaugurated. Then, New York City just had its safest January on record. 60% fewer homicides, 20% fewer shootings. Suddenly, crime drops. It's almost like when abusive, unaccountable cops leave, communities get safer. It's funny how that works. Guys... After decades of listening to specious associations and correlations and causations, I'm saying throw it all right back. Wall Street Journal accidentally told the truth today. They said the big money in today's economy is going to capital, not labor. It was like, wow. Wall Street Journal. That's why you get the big bucks. Hey, another bit of fallout from the Epstein files today. Chapel Roan has left her talent agency Wasserman after the latest Epstein dump revealed correspondence between the agency's founder and CEO, Casey Wasserman. She said no artist, agent, or employee should ever be expected to defend or overlook the actions that conflict so deeply with their own moral values. Chapel Roan, ladies and gentlemen. Midwest, claiming them all, taking a stand. Pretty cool. Craigslist had an ad that offered people $50 to go see the Melania movie in Boston. Now, Snopes looked into it. While the ad genuinely did appear on Craigslist, they could not determine who was behind it or whether it was legitimate. But I'm thinking there's precedent. Remember the golden escalator? And Corey says, yeah, all those people waving signs and the t-shirts, they were all paid actors. We advertised for them on Craigslist. So, anyway, I think it's funny. Again, the anti-abortion protesters who traveled to Washington, D.C. for the March for Life ended up at a measles super spreader event, according to health officials.
These people aren't even anti-abortion.
No.
Making abortion illegal does not decrease abortions, and they know that. This has been like settled for fucking decades.
Yeah. But it's a tribal thing. And here's the craziest thing. Measles, we are now in record territory. We had eliminated it as a country like decades ago, but it is back in Texas, and it is there spreading at the March for Life. And now Dr. Oz and RFK Jr. are out there saying, hey, please take the vaccine, please. It's like, really? Really? You're going to put that toothpaste back in the tube, are you, Dr. Oz? Or should I say, you're going to put that ivermectin back in the tube? It was all, let's own the libs and show them we don't need vaccines. Great. We are run by monkeys. Hey, and other fun bad news. You know how Elon Musk always makes big promises and then scales it back to like absolutely nothing? Well, he just announced a huge change. Instead of going to Mars, the self-growing city on the moon is now top priority at SpaceX. Because he's all smart and genius and stuff.
Don't ruin my moon.
and Futurism's like, wow, talk about moving the goalposts. It's like, really, that's a fraction. That's an unbelievable fraction there. Oh no, the Epstein files dumped that Tesla's Kimball Musk, his brother, also was in the situation. Oh, well, that's really sad. I hope they're all sad. I hope all of the Musks are very, very sad. That's what I'm hoping. Meanwhile, friend of the show and best comedian from Chicago, Kristen Toomey, says Maxwell is crocheting with a standard poodle on her lap, and no one else is in jail, and yet I'm supposed to pay a red light camera ticket? Get fucked!
Hell yeah.
Which I think summed up how we're all feeling pretty goddamn well. I was at work, and I was just like, how do you expect me to just pretend? Anyway, I can't. Woo! That's what this show's for. Always like to close out with a heartwarming animal story, and look at this from the Olympics, I believe today. Doggo just wanted a chance to compete in the Winter Olympics, and we see him here on the ski track. And the cool thing is, look at this, they switch camera angles because they got all the cameras set up.
I love that they covered his official Olympic run.
Dude, and watch it too. When he goes to the downslope, man, he's riding it, he's sliding, he's getting some speed. Look at this. He's powering through the turns.
The time of his doggy life.
I think I see what we need to jazz up the Olympics enough for me to watch.
Yeah, let's get some dogs up in this mug.
And that has been all the news worthy of reporting for February 10th. 2026. Handed it off to my beautiful, extremely late co-host, whom I love, because you make me feel more validated. Quiet, Michael, for an average round one.
Wrong, Eric. Here comes a big, long round one.
Oh!
Kicking it off this week, not with this comic. That's just a comic I'm reading. That's Mr. Terrific, if anybody wondered. Kicking it off with Kai Von Tron, friend of the show. He posts this video from Fox, and it says, Kid Rock calls Jay-Z a DEI hire. The levels of delusional. Wow. And then you see Kid Rock is talking to, I don't know who this person is. Who is this person? Does anybody know?
Laura Ingraham, I believe.
Laura Ingraham. But friend of the show, Tanya Ray Fox says this looks like a sketch where David Spade is playing both characters. And honestly, it weirdly does.
Oh hell yeah!
One of my favorite comic book artists, Mr. Sanford Green. He has a picture of this character from Bitterroot sipping a mug. And he says, just saying, and under the character it says, I'm not going to post any fan art about ice because I already did that in Bitterroot. And Bitterroot is about it's a comic book about how racism turns people into actual monsters.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thehardtimes.net, friend of the show,
Hey,
thehardtimes.net. Like
hey, hard.
keeping the times difficult,
Hard.
you know. Follow them. Got a picture of Donald Trump here sitting at his desk signing some things. And it says, in response to Trump's tasteless meme, we put his face on the body of a known rapist and pedophile. I love this. Not Cheryl, friend of the show, not Cheryl, says, so the four-man bobsled. The dude in the front is steering. Dude in the back is the brakes man, woman. Other than ballast, what are the dudes 2 and 3 doing? Sarah Robertson Barnes says, dude 2 feels the rhythm. Dude 3 feels the rhyme.
Nice.
All together now, it's bobsled time.
Cool
Friend of the show and Eric's former employer, The Onion, has a picture of a man, an aging man with white hair, who looks devastated, appalled. It says,
Befuddled.
yeah, afraid. It says, terrified conservatives lose ability to speak English after exposure to Bad Bunny performance. Dios
Dude, I
mio,
loved it, man.
Dios
Trey,
mio,
Trey.
cry millions of panicking Republicans.
Trey Crowder said, I watched that halftime Super Bowl show, and the next thing I knew, I was gay. How am I going to explain that to my wife and kids? Oh, God.
Laura Loomer, enemy of the
Oh.
state,
Oh.
has a picture of Bad Bunny here. She says it's kind of ironic how Bad Bunny was dancing on an electrical post at the Super Bowl halftime show. Puerto Rico isn't exactly known for having reliable electricity. He could have highlighted the electrical grid crisis in Puerto Rico and done some good with his platform, but he chose degeneracy. And
I missed the degeneracy.
Hassanabi, I don't know how to say his handle, but Hassan says, you are medically stupid.
Hassan Piker, Hassanabi, I believe.
Thank you. Hasanabi. So Chris Thayer, friend of the show, Chris Thayer says, I bought Quick Oats and 2 days later my roommate showed up with Instant Oats. I will not be humiliated. I must find an even sooner oat.
I love that.
All right, I have let's just do one more for this round. I don't know who I stole this from, but it says global distribution of the common rat, and you see almost the entire globe is covered in red, except some gray spots here and there, and a big gray spot in Canada. And WDJ40, friend of the show, WDJ40 says, I keep forgetting about Alberta's continued and successful war on rats. Eric, do a deep dive on that one for us to figure out what they're talking about. And that's all I've got for round one. Kicking it over to Tiede or brain damage?
That one.
Brain
Brain damage.
damage coming at you.
All right. These ones are going to be rough.
Oh
Pack
boy.
it in, fellas.
Ah.
Dumbass Photoshops by Joel is gonna has a picture of Samuel L. Jackson with this curly hair top that is going to be a theme for me, and it's representing. I don't know if it's a specific streamer or like a specific influencer, but it's this curly hair top, and Yeah, it's like influencer vibes, and it says, "No cap, I'm for real sick of these skibbity snakes. I'm in this skibbity plane," and it's labeled Fam Jackson.
Oh, I hate this.
I hate you so much.
Mm-hmm. Don't have me tell you how it says Ezekiel 6-7 up there. All right.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
Jesus
Got my
Christ.
photoshops by Joe. Got Pika Pika. Now, for real, don't test me. I spark ops for fun. And it's the Pokemon. You got Blastoise, Pikachu, Charmander, and Squirtle. Or no, that's not Blastoise, is it? I don't give a fuck. It's called Pokemon God. On God, son. No cap. I finna catch all of them. For real.
Doing
For real.
Bulbasaur wrong.
Pokemon God. Oh, Bulbasaur. There we go. It's because I like when Squirtle turns into Blastoise and then he says, Blastoise, always blast. Dumbass
I am
photoshops
so
by
lost.
dumbass photoshops by Joel again has a picture of the Scarface, or sorry, the Godfather movie poster, and he has on that curly hair, and a prime in his hand, and it's called On Godfather. I'm about to hit him with a deal
Dude.
so loud. He's got to say, yes, dead ass.
Dude.
And no cap. Look, it's on God of War. Kratos got the first curly hair.
We ever meet in person, I'm kicking your ass.
Dead ass on him. See how you said earlier, Eric, that I like it when you make it mad, and he said,
Yes.
"No, you guys all like it when you all make me mad."
Yeah,
Confirmed.
I love
no cap.
I love you making
no
them
cap. Yeah, certified on God Slayer. No cap. Lock in, little bro. This one's God damn it, Gus Fring at El Pollo Loco, or whatever the fuck that shit was called in Breaking Bad. This one's photoshopped by Jeffy. And it says that Chili P is low-key mid, but Blue Sky John is straight bussin' for real, for real. And it's labeled Bus Ring instead of Gus Ring. Curious case of Benjamin Bussin'.
Shut the fuck up.
I like that one.
With Brad Pitt in it. And then here we got Little Dead Ass, no cupcakes on the Little Debbie's.
Not the Little Debbie. Not the
Little Debbie's. On God, these zebra cakes straight bussin', fam. Oatmeal cream pies on point. G, for real, for real.
Oh,
No cupcakes. Here we have Fetty Wap with the hairstyle, and it's labeled Fetty Cap. That one's not that fun. Dumbass photoshops by Joel. And here we have Tupac with All Eyes on Me cover with the hair, and it's labeled 2 Cap.
They watching.
They watching. On God, I get around for real, for real. Oh, sorry. Did I say who that was? Oh, dumbass photoshops by Joe. Here we got mashups nobody asked for, and it's Godzilla with the fro on his head, and it says, "Run for your lives, chat." On Godzilla.
When will it stop?
Yeah. Soon. Very soon. Right, matter of fact, this is the last one for this round. Just making a theme of it because it's mashups nobody asked for with a Bigfoot with the fro on, and it's Greasy Sasquatch. I see you peering at me, Tiede. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it off to you, Eric.
Damn, he
Chris Sasquatch.
Fucking dare you
came from the family.
desecrate the sacred squatch?
Yeah, to be continued. To be continued.
We have no sacred squatches.
Okay, guys, this is normally where I would do the world famous, often imitated, never duplicated short run one, brought to you by the dumbest shit I can find on the internet. But I got a theme. We're going to call this one TD Does Current Events.
Round 1.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, this comes from friend of the show, Josh Freeman.
Oh, hey, Josh.
He's got a picture of a couple of dudes doing the 2-man luge race at the Olympics. And the picture says, I feel like this event was born out of a lie that got out of hand. Because this makes like I don't know how this got started. Like somebody was drunk. Somebody was very drunk. Okay.
What are you guys doing?
They're a sport.
Practicing?
It could have been sober.
Maybe.
Are you
I'm
too
just
drunk? No.
Yeah, we're super drunk. Oh my God, we're so drunk and practicing a 2-man downhill luge. Get out of here so we can keep practicing.
What do you call this sport? Splooge? I mean, luge.
Oh, mind your own fucking business.
This comes from disgruntled employee of the show, me. This also continue with our little Olympic theme here, real quick. How do you stop Canadian bacon from curling in your pan? You take away their little brooms.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I was watching curling earlier today. I fucking love curling. All right, moving on.
Sure.
Oh, I love watching curling too. I want to be an Olympian in my 50s.
Well, dude, that's big in your area, man. You probably could find a club.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're all over here.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
It's
Next.
finding time.
Yeah, that's true. Disney After Dark, you're going to see a lot of them. It says one day it's going to be him because recently we lost wonderful comedic actress Catherine O'Hara, and it's a picture of her here in Home Alone 2. It says, God damn it, Catherine O'Hara was the wrong person to take from Home Alone 2 because remember, President Yam Tits has a cameo in that movie.
Yeah, it's true.
All right, moving on.
I heard a
Only
rumor
good die
Macaulay
young.
Culkin banged Melania on the cast of that show.
I mean, that makes sense. Moving on. Disney After Dark, once again, they got a picture of Harrison Ford as Red Hulk in Captain America Brave New World. When the president becomes a threat to everyone around him, the Secret Service opens fire on him. This is how you know it's a fictional movie. He woke up and chose violence today, boys. Next.
That's funny.
Friend of the show, Jaime Guzman. Hey, Jaime.
Hey, Jaime.
He's got a picture of a little Venezuelan fishing boat. It says, anyone notice that suddenly there are no more fishing boats carrying drugs since the U.S. got the oil? Ain't that weird?
So weird. We stole some more oil today.
Yeah.
We're getting good.
In other news, the sky is blue. Yeah, what the fuck else? Come on. Next. No astronauts allowed. Friend of the show. They got a picture of this weird extraterrestrial thing. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the First Lady of the United States. And we got the guys from Mystery Science Theater 3000. I want that episode.
Very nice. Yeah, I would watch that episode.
Oh. Okay, I alluded to this earlier. Useless, unsuccessful, and/or unpopular wrestling memes has an incident that occurred last Wednesday on AEW Dynamite, which is broadcast nationally on TBS. Out came wrestler and lead singer and bassist for the band God's Hate, Brody King. And he has famously worn Abolish ICE T-shirts on national television. In fact, the company even sold them for a while. It was great. Well, yes, and the entire crowd in Las Vegas was chanting "fuck ICE." In fact, the referee didn't even start the match on time. He forgot to ring the bell, in air quotes, so they could chant a little longer.
Nice.
So we got a picture of that, and then we got Wayne from the show Letterkenny going, "Fuck, I could watch them chant "fuck ICE" all day."
I gotta say, this was the first time I actually was like, man, maybe I need to start following AEW.
AEW, none of the people that run that company work in the Trump administration.
I also looked them up, and I can afford to go to their matches, which is dope.
Yes.
AEW is where the best wrestle, Michael.
All right. I'm wrangling in the wrestling.
Wrangle it. Next. Sorry, I went along with that.
Not wrangle shit.
Hey, Michael, you take this one.
Oh, great. Minnesota Department of Propaganda
I think so.
has Dan Bogino This fucking guy.
This fucking guy.
Says DHS has arrested quote unquote Antifa Kyle, who has openly called for people to dox, assault, and kill ICE agents in Minneapolis. You don't look so tough now, bud. Hashtag fuck around, find out. And so the first person who commented said, he's showing his face.
Yeah, buddy. Who's the pussy now, mask boy? I loved it.
Disney After Dark once again says joining MAGA groups and trying to fit in so I can keep up with the latest far right conspiracy theories. And it's a picture of Dave Bautista as Drax the Destroyer in Guardians of the Galaxy 2. He says, "I too am extraordinarily stupid." I love Dave Bautista. Moving on.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Oh. 244 shows.
I love you, dude. One of my personal favorites, pot smoking atheists who love dogs, friend of the show.
Hey, P.
For those mad that Bad Bunny will perform mostly in Spanish at the halftime and they won't understand, we've been listening to Pearl Jam for years and we still don't know what Eddie Vedder is saying.
Yeah, what fucking language is that?
Oh, dude. It's
high,
surfer,
very, very
like Seattle
high.
surfer.
That guy speaks fucking ketamine or something.
Yep.
Yes. Finally wrapping up round one here. Tiede's current events. Useless, unsuccessful, and/or unpopular wrestling memes once again. Says, bro, you're not even the best alternative halftime show because the All American, whatever the crap halftime show, they are touting somewhere in the neighborhood between 4 and 6 million is what I keep seeing. And then back in 1999, WWE put on halftime heat during the halftime of the Super Bowl with a title match between The Rock and Mankind in an empty arena. And that got 6.6 million views. That got more than Turning Point USA's All-American halftime show.
And that was a long time ago when there were fewer people on the planet.
Yeah.
It's like actually even more when you account for the inflation.
Right.
By the way, I liked it. Trey Crowder labeled this TPUSA's Kid Rock halftime show brought to you by Crystal Meth and Broken Homes.
Hell yeah. My people.
and that's all I got for round one. T's current events. Over to you, Sizemore.
All right, fantastic. Yeah, this is the part where I do mine. Okay, excellent.
244 episodes.
The ostensibly wholesome round. I really like my ostensibly wholesome round. Round one.
Keeping the whole and wholesome.
I figured out how to do that now. According to a recent study, exaggerations went up by 20 million% last year. So, make a note of it. Oh, more wholesomeness. Oh, even less. Okay. Friend of the show and founding Zaddy, George Hussein.
Stop doing that.
Quit. That is not a thing.
Posted this one earlier today. Says, I set up my web browser to automatically change political correctness to treating people with respect. And this headline says, Carson, Black Lives Matter controversy is treating people with respect going amok. Washington Post, the real danger of treating people with respect. Treating people with respect is fueling homegrown extremism, claims proud British Muslim. It's just, silly fucking people. Oh, this is a great one. Friend of the show, Amanda Cohen, and if you're not following Amanda Cohen, you are missing out. She is funny AF. Sammy knows what I'm talking about. You've seen her. She's funny, man. She says she's got this picture of the some of the people that were on stage for the show yesterday, and they're wearing sugarcane plants. These costumes are incredible. It's like, I mean, if for those of you listening, it's not like a ghillie suit. This is like so much cooler, but it looks a lot like the sugar plant. Set designer Cohen says, we'll need about 150 people to carry out these grass set pieces and hold them for the halftime show. Costume designer, step aside. I read they got all kinds of, yeah, Amanda said, yeah, apparently there are rules about how much set can be wheeled out onto the turf, but there's no limit to feet. Loopholes.
yeah.
You know, some costume designer was like, I've got it.
Modern problems call for modern solutions.
Friend of the show, Stevie Bobbitt, has this post from Teacup Bug. Says, my controversial opinion is that I think chronically ill people should be able to fight one doctor a year.
Yes.
All right. I think we got to get that one on the ballot. Best and worst of Twitter, too, making the first appearance in the show with a post from Era Tree. She's got a thing here from Matt Golditch. Says, you don't have to understand Bad Bunny to enjoy it. I've been watching curling for 3 days.
You know what? I'll be honest with you guys.
Yes.
I could have written this post about football.
Mm.
I don't know what the fucking rules are, man. I cannot figure that shit out to save my life. So yeah, but it's still fun. You know, they sometimes they throw it really far, and I get that.
Sandy and Tom threw a Super Bowl party at the Hyatt. We were up in the suite, and we were sitting there, and I saw two of the boys like intently watching, and nobody else cared. Well, Tom occasionally would check in, and like, you know, occasionally just to throw him a bone, I'd be like, so field goal, what's that? And then, you know, he'd say stuff.
You want to know what I watched? I watched Green Day,
Oh, nice.
and then I shut it off. And
I,
then,
I had it on, but I was literally only I was playing on my phone during the game. When the commercials came on, I paid attention.
so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish. Then I turned it back on for Bad Bunny. That
Yes.
was it. That's all I watched.
Oh, that Bad Bunny. Oh, that was a vibe. I
Yeah,
don't know a
good
damn thing they said, but that was a vibe.
It's a good show. It's a good show.
All I know is I didn't watch none of it because I knew the fucking Seahawks were gonna win and celebrate on my fucking home turf, and I hate Bad Bunny any fucking ways.
You just hate happiness.
I love how we have.
No, I like happiness, just not your happiness.
Brane is very much against top, very popular things, and also is just sort of the Grinch all year round.
Yes, thank you
shtick.
thank you for seeing who I am as a person, Eric.
Dude, when I do your DJ thumbnail and you torture us, I'm gonna make you the Grinch. That's your character. That's
Yes.
it. Just figured it out.
You can't
DJ
talk
Grinch
shop.
coming up. All right, my last for the wholesome round. New friend of the show, Logan Line. Wait, what's happening?
Probably Logan.
Oh, sorry, Logan. Yeah, sorry, I got confused there for a second. Oh, Logan Lyons has this repost from Uninspired Beige at Tall for Nothing. Says, here's a repost of IKEA. Says IKEA's new $5 hot dog is 20 inches long. Does that change how we think about value food? And Uninspired Beige comments, we're just supposed to Nancy Reagan it for a couple of minutes before we touch bun? I know, right? And like all I can hear in my head is that scene, you know, in Back to the Future where Doc Brown is sort of like, okay, future boy, who's the first lady in 1985? And he's like, Nancy Reagan, the blowjob queen. That's what I hear in my head. Wrapping up my ostensibly wholesome round, TM, registered trademark of Facebook for the Blind. Handing it back to you, Quiet Michael, for an interstitial round 2.
All right, here we go with round 2, the ostensibly second round. Kicking off with Flora. Wait for it. _Flora. She says, how does the Little Mermaid decide which creatures are her friends and which ones are her bra? I know I shared this one 2 years ago, but it's been 2 years, so fuck you guys. Like, you know, only our autistic listeners will remember. Anyway, it's a picture of like, which is like 100% of our listeners, but and a good 75% of our dais. Says someone hiked 7
I'm
days.
not diagnosed.
Someone hiked 7 days straight for this view, and it's just a picture of like mountains and gorgeous ponds and stuff. And Choppa, friend of the show, Choppa says, "Damn!" And I saw it while taking a shit. Life is crazy.
Wow. Wow.
Rat Mike says boys make 3 friends at 15 and decide that's enough socializing for the whole life.
Yeah.
Did you just see King of the Hill in your head? I just saw it.
It is how we do it, man. It's honestly like I go I go on one trip a year, and it's with the 2 guys who were in the trombone trio with me in junior high. So
Wow.
PJ at PJ Evans says going through the Chipotle line and saying no to everything and then leaving.
Hell yeah.
No dogs in the race. Friend of the show, no dogs in the race. Making a late appearance in the show. Says, I feel like I'm having one of those perfect days that people give their dogs before they euthanize them.
Bruh. Okay, that hurt.
Sorry, Tiede. About 3 more here. All right, this is Trash Can Paul and Moist Buddha. So Trash Can Paul keeping it nasty. Love you, Trash Can. Moist Buddha, on the other hand, keeping it moist. Keeping it Buddha.
Hey.
You will notice Shithead Steve also liked this. We know who Shithead
yeah.
Steve is. This is a picture of Harry Potter, but like as like a Chad meme. And it says massive trust fund, star player of sports ball, hates history of magic, just like shooting his wand, becomes a cop, and marries his high school sweetheart. Harry Potter was a jock, to be honest.
Oh, why did you do that?
Did I do it?
That hurt my soul.
Or did like transphobe J.K. Rowling do it? That's the question.
Oh shit. No.
Ash at Hey, that's me, Ash, says, overheard a guy ending a conversation saying, well, those are all my funny things I had to say. And my last
Sorry, my
theme
steps like that.
for round 2, the ostensibly second round, comes from Cosmogony.
Oh, Cosmo.
And there's a picture of this sign, and I don't know what language this is written in, maybe Japanese.
It's like Japanese. Yeah.
And the below it is the translation, and the translation says, "Please wait patiently for the failure of the system." And I feel like we've been waiting patiently for the failure of the system since 2016. And that's all the memes I have for round 2, the ostensibly second round. Kicking it back to brain damage.
So, Eric, do you know how to make it say round 2?
I
Oh,
don't have
that's
a round
okay.
2 yet.
No, you ain't got
see,
that
I
one.
knew. That's how I knew. That's how I knew to just say it like that. Bites. We're back, TD. I told you it was to be continued.
Oh,
The
no.
dumbass photoshops by Joel has the picture of Bloodsport with Van Damme on there, and it says no cap. Chong Li finna beat my ass. Kumite tournament on God Van Damme, and it says Bus Sport. I almost said Rob Van Dam by accident. Dumbass Photoshop by Joel again. Here we have the creature Buzzsaw from the Transformers, one of the tapes that go into Soundwave's chest, and they have the fro on top of their head, and it's called Buzzsaw. Yo, Megatron locked in, radar on 100 vibes. Here we
Brane.
have the Arthur Morgan from Red Dead Redemption 2, and but I don't know if that's his face though, but it might be. And it's got this is Hand of the Meme, and it's Red Dead Redemption.
Dude.
Mashups nobody asked for. The rare sighting of the Loch Bus monster.
Goddamn brain.
We got Nessie. Nessie with the fro.
It's so
the curly
little.
top. Elon Musk with it. Photoshops by Joel. On God. Mars Riz. Tesla Gravity. No cap. Skibbity Elon Busk. Brett's bad photoshops. Says, bruh, is this show still going? And it's The Walking Dead's Rick Grimes with the fro, and it's called The Walking Dead Ass.
Some of these, they don't look too bad.
I had to
Shut
just
up,
do it all
Michael.
at once. Dumbass Photoshops by Joel again has the Riddler.
Oh.
And it
No,
says
Frank Gorsh, man.
Edward Sigma B, the Rizzler.
Motherfucker.
Can we be
Job of the
close?
bus. Job
Oh
of the
my
hut.
god.
Dumbass Photoshop. Here we've got Spartacus. This one's mashups nobody asked for, and they're calling this one Spartacus.
Yeah, it.
I'm just now realizing the rules of this show were based on a set of norms. We never codified anything into law.
Oh my god. We gotta rewrite some shit
This is
here.
fucking tyranny.
Yeah, we have
Oh.
Scarface, and it
God
is called
damn it.
Skirt Face. Skirt Face.
You
Dead
brain. Son of a
ass.
bitch.
First you get the glow up, then you get the skrill, then you get the honies, fam. Say what's up to my skibbity dee.
Oh my god. Every word is worse than the last word.
Fucking stop.
This one is skibbity.
God damn it, brain.
I'm gonna see myself out with this one's mashup nobody asked for. And here we have Ron Simmons with the front top, and his shirt says
No.
BAM!
Why would you disrespect Ron Simmons like that? Man, what the fuck did he do to you? I'm wearing sunglasses so you can't see me cry, okay? Yeah,
I need
Sammy, I
all
agree.
medicine.
I don't understand it either. Okay, guys. I had it. I'm gonna not even lie. I have to be inebriated to handle Brain's memes. We're gonna do round 2 now, and this is a quickie. I ran long with the first one. We're gonna go short with the second. That was brutal. Round 2, and yeah,
Il secondo round star piniseri.
Yay!
Sammy, that was a reference to the fact that young people are stupid.
Yeah, like Gen Z influencers with all their like fuckboy hair. I don't know.
Stupid. All right, memes. I need to. Oh God, I need to get that out of my brain.
There you go. Use a little
Give
Italian.
me my memes.
Boom.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Friend of the show, Michael Matthews Jr. Hi, Michael.
Oh, hey man.
Michael.
Love that guy.
He's got a picture here of Al Pacino. He's got a picture here of Al Pacino from the movie Heat, 1997, and or 95, sorry, rather. And one, he's kind of normal looking, and the other one, he looks like Al Pacino, and it's labeled Al Pacino in Heat, 1995. And Commander Chaos goes, "This reads different if you're unaware there was a film called Heat." I love you, Michael. All right. Sizemore, you do this one.
Mr. Olin Rawaju says no English word has double O except the word food. Prove me wrong. And Apricot Doctor, TM at Apricot_Doctor says, this is proof that preschool education is important in childhood and that choosing the right books and tools to learn is more important than Nollywood. What the fuck that means. For now, get a stool, go back to the classroom, and learn some coordination. Don't be a hooligan. And we see Steve Carell at the bottom saying, boom, roasted.
God.
That's right up there with
Yeah.
that's right up there with Apu having to spell his name.
Right. It's like,
Oh Lord.
I may have woke up and chose violence, but they woke up and choose stupidity. Some of these people. All right, next.
Love it.
Friend of the show, you know him, you love him. We'll see you for poker on Friday. Satan. Hail, Satan.
Hail Satan.
Hey man.
It's a side of a window that says, "At my funeral, don't cry. I've been dead inside for a long time, and y'all don't care."
Yeah, I feel that way. I don't think people who know me best are gonna be sad when I die. I think they'll be like,
What?
you know what? No, I really do. I think people will be like, at least he's no longer suffering. And
I
people will be like,
feel the exact same way.
and people are gonna be like, was he sick? No, just existence was suffering for Michael. Michael just
Yeah, I know.
suffered
I feel the exact same way.
every moment he was awake or asleep.
I think we've all contemplated being a little bit more ignorant, just a tiny bit.
Bruh.
Oh,
Moving
wouldn't
on.
it be so fucking nice, man? Oh.
I started something there. I'm sorry. The disgruntled
blame
employee
Satan.
of the show, me. I posted this a couple years ago from friend of
For
the
our
show, Bacon More.
listeners, time out, TD. For our listeners, this is a picture of TD retweeting TD's other account.
Yeah.
TD's other self.
Yeah. Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
So
this is
TD. This is TD. We retweet on Facebook, reposting from my X account, Twitter, whatever. Yeah.
this is
I
like
think this might be the first time we could see your face in 3 little boxes on screen at the same time.
I apologize immensely for that. I didn't realize that was going to happen.
this is social media masturbation.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Go on, TD. Please let us hear.
Nailed it!
Anyway, Michael, you
Show us
son
what
of a
you
fucker.
did, TD. Show us what you
Yeah.
did.
Anyway, yeah, I just made the comment. I feel we as adults should be able to solve our problems the old-fashioned way by aggressively playing dodgeball.
and then TD retweeted it and said, "I stand by this thought." So
I guess I do.
So,
I
I can
love
hear
you,
you
brother.
plant your spear. I stand by this.
Okay, you know what? Y'all can go fuck all the way the fuck off. Next.
Oh, I didn't mean. I teased you too long. I can tell. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're great. Anyway, Trash Fire Tactical. I don't know. It's a picture of this absolutely mortified looking dog with the prettiest blue eyes.
God.
Yeah, a little bit. Says the robber in my house watching me dead sprint at him naked with a tomahawk. If you break into my house, that's you hope you see that. That's all I'm saying. Friend of the show, and nothing other kind of comments from you, Sizemore. Chelsea Crookshank. Hi, Chelsea.
Hells bells.
She reposts from Little Bubby Child, friend of the show. Dad quote here. We got this chunky little carrot-topped kid going, Dad, what was it like living in the 90s? And then we got this guy that kind of looks like one of my uncles with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. I mean, dead ringer for one of my uncles. It says, sometimes you'd open a can of peanuts and they'd come snakes out of there.
Yeah,
Talk
did
like
happen.
one of my uncles, too. All right, moving on.
Sometimes.
Spill the memes, friend of the show.
Hey, memes.
Has this the personality girl. Brane, this meme's for us, by the way. Personality girl says, what do men actually want? And Becca Winker says, for their favorite sport team to win a championship.
Hey, TD, you like this? On Sunday, my son was like, "Why are we watching this?" Because the football game had just started, and I was like, "It's a football game." He's like, "But you don't watch football." I was like, "This is a really important game," and he looks confused, and I went, "This is the WrestleMania of football," and he goes, "Oh."
Yes, little man. Yes. Yes. You've educated your child well. I take back everything I've ever said about you, Michael.
Nice.
Next. Finally, wrapping up round 2 here. Midwest versus the rest at Midwest_Ope says Midwesterners walking outside to 40 degrees instead of 4 degrees. And it's Nicolas Cage from the movie
Con Air.
Con Air. And he's, stepping outside, just enjoying the sun. He got his hair in the wind. I looked just like this earlier today when I was staying outside my office because I have the same haircut. But yeah, I feel this. All right, and that's all I got for round 2, the inebriated round, because I have to be because I work with Brane. Over to you, Sizemore.
Oh, that's good, man. Kicking it off for the interstitial round 2, the alleged second round. As soon as this cold medicine wears off enough for me to click this button. There we go. Kicking things off with this picture of a leopard wearing a little customer service headset. It said, we are experiencing higher than average call volumes. Please know that your face is important to us, and a leopard will be with you as soon as possible. From the tradition of, I follow a lot of leopards are eating my face. Oh, hey, Neurodivergent Rebel, and if you're not following Neurodivergent Rebel, you are missing out, has republished this picture from the Winter Olympics team, Great Britain skier. Gus Kenworthy decided to send a message and just peed a little message there. So, it says quite clearly in yellow snow, fuck ice. And look at that. That is Olympic precision urination. Those letters
that's
are
good.
crisp. That's what...
I respect the game.
I could do that, but I'd have to write it in cursive.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need
that's the thing. Yeah, the fact that they are in standard.
See, now me, man, I'm really holding out hope for those bionics, man. So I
You
can
know
do it in
what? I
different
bet he was
fonts.
using a handbrake.
Oh, absolutely. You have
course.
to. You have to.
Have you never done urine calligraphy before?
Well, cursive.
Moving on. Wall Street Journal says the manufacturing boom President Trump promised would usher in a golden age for America is going in reverse. And Evan DeSimone at Smorgasbordom says, hard to believe that every living economist was right and a demented game show host was wrong. Yeah, weird. Friend of the show, best and worst of Twitter 2, making another appearance from Era Tree. Has reposted this conversation between Melissa Chen with a blue check mark over there at Ms. Mel Chen. Says, how come every VIP was in the Epstein files except Hunter Biden? And GLD Vittorio says, because Hunter Biden liked cracking Latinas, not kids. Best and worst of Twitter 2, making another appearance in the show. I think taking a top score at this point. Kiera Boyce has reposted Christiara _ says, my neighbor couple asked me if I wanted to be stormed in with them tomorrow. I've literally met them once. And your boy Joe says, they trying to touch you where you pee.
Yeah. That's right.
God damn.
That's where you find the truth, is over there on the best and worst of Twitter. Here's a map with the Gulf relabeled as the Gulf of release the full unedited Epstein files, you fucking liar. I drop this into occasional conversations on my local news channel's Facebook comment section. Actually, I'm going to move on to here. This is crazy, man. Corey Showtime Robinson, friend of the show, has reposted this story from Dear Doctorine, I guess. And she tells a story of used to work in music and working with Kid Rock, and basically really like prima donna, wanted a bunch of stuff. Tour manager being all demanding, having a shitty, temperament all day, and then resettling, going into settlement over the contract at the end of the night, which is a bullshit way to run things. And Corey Showtime says, Kid Rock makes music loud enough for you to hear over the sound of the hacksaw you're using to steal catalytic converters. I was like, yeah, that checks out. That's actually, Corey's making a point. Friend of the show, Bob, says, making an alternative Super Bowl event to give a lesser performing white artist a chance to perform the halftime show is literally the Republicans' definition of DEI. And like, dude, that lip syncing was bad. And I mean, my music producing friends here were like, why did they pre-tape that and then go, yeah, whatever. Like, that's just not even commitment to your craft. Friend of the show, Mary Rosello has quoted comedian Josh Johnson, says, listening to Donald Trump makes me feel like I'm having a medical event. This actually might have been my post with the most, but I'm going to throw it here in the middle of the second. From R. Trump over there on Reddit, you ain't no liberal, Trump curious. This guy has headlined it, something feels off here. I'm a Trump supporter, and I believe the Second Amendment is one of the most important rights we have in this country. But now our government telling us we're not allowed to carry firearms around government officials? Question mark, question mark, question mark. All caps. That's the whole point of the Second Amendment. I used to be worried about Obama coming for my guns. I can't believe I'm saying this, but now I'm worried about Trump coming from them, for them. Am I the only one? This, of course, was posted in probably people who voted for the leopard eating faces party. I didn't think the leopards would eat my face. Anyway, I just posted Mark Twain. It's easier to fool people than it is to convince them they've been fooled. So good on this guy. People dug it. Anti-QAnon memes, which is where I build up my resistance. has this post. Don't know about you, but I'm not moving on. Fact Post has quoted Levitt on Epstein saying, "We're moving on from that."
Yeah.
And I was like, "We?
Oh, you don't get to decide that. Oh,
We?
yeah.
Who's we?" Anyway, almost all the way done here. U.S. Democratic Socialists have highlighted this post from Laura Loomer, making another appearance in the show because she's a loon. Says, "Not a single white person or English translation at the Super Bowl. This isn't white enough for me." And May Shadow says, "If the halftime show wasn't white enough for you, go read the Epstein files. It's all English and full of white people." That was pretty good. I think finally here, Cats on a Couch have this post. Says, "You know what? That's my bad. I should have been more specific." Because he has gone to Google to look up J.D. Vance booed. J.D. Vance booed in Milan. J.D. Vance at the Winter Olympics. J.D. Vance booed at Indiana State House. J.D. Vance booed at the Kennedy Center. J.D. booed at Olympics. J.D. booed at Vermont today. My bad. Really. As a professional searcher, should have been more specific. That is wrapping up my ostensibly second round, leaving the penultimate round, which sends it back to Quiet Michael.
That's right. Here we go. Penultimate round coming at you real quick for post show. I have two stories to tell. One is about JD Vance. The other is about catalytic converters.
Nah.
Ellie Crimmendall, friend of the show, Ellie Crimmendall says, "What doesn't kill you makes you weird at intimacy." IB Gen V says, "I'm just a girl standing in front of an automatic sink in a public washroom, begging it to acknowledge that I have hands." Friend of the show, Garrett says, "May I compare thee to a sunset? It's every fucking day with you." Friend of the show, Meg at Megan Lynn says, "No, no, no. God granted you the serenity to accept things you cannot change. God granted me the swag, also known as OCD, to change all the things if I do enough rituals."
Oh, amen.
The Hard Times, friend of the show, thehardtimes.net. If you're not following the Hard Times, where the fuck are your hard times coming from? The picture of a douchebag in sunglasses, and it says, "Ironic. Classmate who wore no fear shirts in middle school, now inordinately terrified of cities, immigrants, and trans people."
Yeah.
Hard Times is back. They're kind of having a banner around here. It says, "New Kid Rock album served between 2 fried chicken patties."
Jesus.
I don't know where I ripped this from, but it's just a scenic picture of mountains, and it says, "Would 14-year-old you be proud of you? Listen, I'm not here to impress a mentally ill child."
I stand by this.
And my last meme for the round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most, is Trash Can fucking Paul. He's back.
Hey, Paul.
It says, "Point of view, Breaking Bad without Skyler." And it's just all the guys from the show laughing and getting along at a barbecue drinking beers.
Nice.
And that's all I got for round 3, the penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most. Back to you, Brain Damage.
All right.
All right.
Here we go.
Yeah. I swear to
Here
God,
we've
Brane.
got Duck Down Music with a picture of my favorite rapper, Sean Price, and some of his lyrics that says, "I smacked the shit out of Punk. Make your eyes celebrate Black History Month." I was going to kick it off with this one to celebrate Black History Month and tell you how you started this show saying that Trump hates bridges, but we do love bridges. Shouts out to Ruby Bridges, the first girl to break the color lines in elementary school.
Oh, yeah.
And
We do love her.
but I decided to flip that to make sure that Michael had to sit through the skippy-dee-dee-dee on God, just in case, because he usually comes in late and taps out early, but he's staying this time. So now you get to see.
Now I get to see the real memes.
Now you get to see the real memes. Here we have the 2 panel of the 2 ladies from, I think that's Big Brother, getting mad at the cat on the other side, and it says, "She's sad you're broken," but the cat has taken out the H and she, the AD and sad, the OU and your, and the KEN in broken. And here he has Ryu next to him. Hadouken! I should have worn my Hadouken hat for this one, but I wear a lot of hats. Here we have Nicholas Ritchie with Alex from RoboCop as the RoboCop, and it says, "If you ever think your job sucks, just remember this guy died, and they still made him go to work."
Yep.
I think about that all the time.
Fuck! I hit a fast streak. All right. Here we go. This one's for you, Tiede. It's the Wrestling Outsider, and it says someone about to get these good hands, and it's Jake from State Farm, but they got Jacob Fatu photoshopped over his face, and it says all gas, no Jakes.
Oh, Brane. Oh, why?
Yeah,
Oh, Brane.
that's some base shit. South Park Lovers has a 2-panel, and I have no idea what Wrinkle in Time is, but it says Chris Pine and Wrinkle in Time looks like Gary out of Team America, and sure as shit in the second panel, we have Gary out of Team America.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
America. Fuck
I'm gonna send you a copy of A Wrinkle in Time. I'm gonna send you the whole trilogy. I'm embarrassed.
I heard
It
that
looks like
movie.
It looks
I heard
like
that
they
movie was
based this
Booty Cheeks.
character off of this thing.
Maybe, but yeah, I heard that movie was Booty Cheeks.
I'm sending him books.
They wrote a
Oh,
they wrote a book about that movie?
I hate you so much.
Did Oprah have anything to do with that too?
this one's Dr. Frankenstein. I forgot to join, but some guy named Joe Bokenkamp. I can't even fucking hear myself with my son making hella noise over here. I'm about to strangle his ass. Anyways, we got a whole bunch of people there. I don't know if that's Earth, Wind, and Fire, but they also have the Michelin Man with them, and it's labeled Earth, Wind, and Tire.
Oh.
That is Earth, Wind, and Fire.
I'm so glad I stayed.
I did that just to hear Tiede go.
I should have bailed.
Right. Here we've got my homie and comedian Denise Medina. She's from out in Illinois, like yo. And it has the Mark Safe from, and it says Mark Safe from the urge to proclaim what halftime show I'm watching. Because I didn't watch any of those motherfuckers. Fuck them all.
Sure.
Brane, the legend of the show.
Yeah, this one says, babe texted me. That means my beautiful wife sitting next to me. And it just says, kids walking around with 1.2 GPA saying, no cap. Yeah, no gown either.
Oh, that's funny. That is funny. Quality fun.
Here we've got Headbangers Hall mashups, and it is Whammy Hagar, and it's Sammy Hagar's face, but underneath the whammy skin, whammy, no whammy, whoa, whammy, whammy, no whammy, no whammy, whammy.
I got nothing, man.
Bruh.
Whammy Hagar.
You are hurting the very fiber of my soul.
Rotten Potatoes has a Top Gun movie with Tom Hanks, but Carrot Top is sitting on his shoulder, and it's labeled Carrot Top Gun.
Bruh.
Here we've got D.L. Hughley and somebody named Sean Fuck Morgan, and Terzilla Ford posted D.L. Hughley saying, one thing's for damn sure, MAGA hates protesters way more than they hate pedophiles.
Yeah. That's a great photo.
Hey, there you go.
And then we've got Booker T about to do the spinning Rooney, looking at his hand, and it's old school wrestling memes, but it's labeled 13-year-old me realizing I don't need a girlfriend.
Bro.
With his eyes wide open. And here we've got the memes of Moria, and it is Fozzie Bear with some hiking gear on, and it's he's walking into Mount Doom, and it says, one does not simply waka waka into Mordor. And that's gonna do it for me, leaving only my post with the most, handing it off to you.
we've got to
I'm
change the
not saying you
rotation.
look like Fozzie Bear. I'm just saying we both look like Fozzie Bear.
I mean, that's,
Ah!
we got to change up the rotation or something. I can't keep following this shit. I can't keep doing it. I can't keep putting on a happy fucking face after every one of Brane's rounds and pretending everything's okay.
Have you
I
tried
am
doing
not
a
okay.
shot every time he makes you uncomfortable?
Oh, you're gonna have liver poisoning.
Don't get him back in the drinking.
I just know
All
what
right,
man.
okay, guys, round 3. Let's just get this over with.
Tiede's run way.
Midwest versus the rest at Midwest_Ope has a picture here. The Wisconsin sandwich. It's just a piece of cheese with shredded cheese and a piece of Swiss cheese. Wisconsin sandwich. Hell
I heard
yeah!
stories. Yeah,
I
Between
want
two
those. I would eat those.
Oh, fry it.
I would never stop shitting.
Right. The disgruntled
I would never
employee.
start.
Disgruntled employee of the show, me. I posted this a while ago. It says true crime documentaries be like, and we have a picture of a dude with a SpongeBob, giant SpongeBob, and then we have a picture of the same picture, but now it's like the negative of the picture. It says true crime documentaries be like, they were the best of friends, the negative, until they weren't.
Dun, dun.
Every episode of Dateline, man. All right, moving on.
And I just heard the noise when you die in GTA.
Right.
Wasted.
All right. That's a good one. Pot smoking atheists who love dogs once again.
Hey.
It's got a picture of a lady with a hookah, and it says the best part of waking up is getting super high as fuck or whatever Folger said. I'm really stoned. I feel this. Moving on.
That is an industrial hookah there, man. Wow.
Right. Dubsy at Dubsy once again says back in my day you could go to Walmart at 3 a.m. and buy a shotgun and a live lobster. Back when we were a proper country. No.
I do miss all the 24-hour stuff before the COVID.
I do miss the fact that you could get a lobster back in the day.
We didn't know how good we had it.
Right.
You ever just get drunk and shoot guns? Because let me tell you something, the rednecks are right about that.
I would say, yeah, I grew up in a cornfield in Indiana. Of course I did.
Oh, man, did I have some fun getting drunk and shooting guns.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
God damn. Just crushing beers.
You just described pretty much every Saturday night in high school.
Oh,
all right,
so
moving on.
Don't even leave the lawn chair, man.
Nope.
Oh.
I've been thinking about getting a flare gun.
Hell yeah. Friend of the show, you know him, you love him, Satan. Hail Satan.
Hey, man.
Hail Satan.
It's a picture of the two dudes from It's Always Sunny. I think that's who they are. I've never seen that show.
Oh, yeah.
They're laying on the floor, and one is like staring uncomfortably at the other one. And the staring guy is the 25-second unskippable ad, and the uncomfortable guy looking straight ahead is me looking away so they don't win.
Yep.
I do that.
I do this
I feel
too.
this so hard. So hard.
Big time.
All right, moving on.
I think that might be my favorite of all your memes.
Thank you. Satan once again. Hey, buddy.
Hail Satan.
What you got, though?
It's a picture of a cat, a little orange fatty guy sitting by the door, and then there's some snow on the ground, and it shows that his little paw prints went out and around and back home after my morning walk. This dude went out maybe 2 feet.
Sure. Yeah.
I feel this. That is my guy. All right, moving on. Once again, Satan. Hey, buddy.
Hail Satan.
It's a picture of a cat, and he's standing on his hind legs, and he's got his arms crossed, grabbing like a towel or something, and his little cat tower. And he's got this really befuddled look on his face, and it says, "My daily struggle." And one arm is labeled, "Quit my job for my mental health," and the other one is, "Keep my job so I can afford life."
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel this.
I just imagined it like he was remixing albums for the Beastie Boys.
Oh, there you go.
Wow.
Dude, yeah, there you go. All right, next.
DJ Cat. I like it.
Yeah, there you go. Michael, I'm so glad you're here for this one. Perpetual Kid, friend of the show.
Hey.
It's a picture of this, I'm going to say 11, 12-year-old boy or so. A little husky, little on the thicker side, if you would. He's got a replica of the World Championship belt, the original 10 pounds of gold. And it says, when someone says they can eat more tacos than you, and this kid's holding up his phone doing a mirror selfie going, heard your bitches was talking shit.
No, it says, heard your bitch ass was
Bitch
talking
ass.
shit.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
This
Thank
kid's
you.
a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, heard your bitch ass was talking shit.
That's a world champion right there.
Yeah, right?
Put some respect on his
You
name.
know what? I bet that kid could put on some tacos, and I'd love to have some with him. Moving on. Rebel Circus. Oh God, I feel this so much. I accidentally kicked my cat off the bed while adjusting my blankets. Now he's in the corner, sadly humming the Sarah McLachlan song. My Shih Tzu, ladies and gentlemen, my Shih Tzu.
I got 2 cats, and they both hold a fucking grudge.
Oh
dude.
yeah, no, my cat's a bitch. I love her, but
So
she's a bitch.
dramatic.
Oh yeah. All right, moving on. Chris
Oh,
Embry, friend of
Chris.
the show, Chris Embry. Is when someone asks how's work, it's a picture of, I'm guessing, a church or something. It says Jesus Christ the same yesterday, today, and forever.
Yeah.
All right, next.
Nice. Oh, oh, oh.
Yep. All right. I posted this a while back. It's a picture of Jeff Bridges as the dude from The Big Lebowski, and no, I've actually never seen that movie, even though people think I've never seen that movie. I know I look like him and I act like him. Apparently, never seen him. And he's looking very befuddled. And it says, when you put a potato in the microwave and push the pizza button, but when it's done, it's still a potato. Hell yeah, I feel this.
I went to a very nice White Russians party, and we all wore bathrobes in honor of.
I love. That's the thing. Cesar, you've drank with me. What do I usually drink? White Russians. But I just like them. Nerds over 40, friend of the show. Wrapping up round 3 here. It's got a picture of Dark Helmet and Colonel Sanders from the wonderful classic comedy movie Spaceballs. My wife hates this movie. My wife hates this movie, by the way. And Colonel Sanders is going, sir, I recently joined a nudist colony, and Dark Helmet's like, really? How's that going? And Sanders leans in and goes, the first few days were the hardest. And Rick Moranis is just spiking the camera with a really shocked, what the fuck look on his face.
Nice.
I love this movie. I watched it yesterday at work. And that's all I got for wrapping up round 3 here. Let's go back to Sizemore. I almost forgot who was next.
I know, right? It's tricky. It's tricky to.
Oh, we've reached the deep
rock
waters,
me.
friends. I'm not really here right now. Okay.
All right, let's fly through this one. Wrap it up. Bring the turkeys into roost and all that. Whatever you used to say.
Let's shut the barn door.
Yeah.
What's Old Yeller this thing?
Saw a bit of confusion as to my reference, so I thought, you know what? I'm going to go back and dig up the original mimetic reference. Adrian Bott at Cavalorn back in 2015 said, I never thought leopards would eat my face. Sobs woman who voted for the leopards eating people's faces party.
Yeah.
Which is one of my favorite meme references there. Hey, the big orange cat from Tiede's meme is here outside of a school surrounded by cops. And it says, school in Washington goes into lockdown after sighting of mountain lion. Turns out to be an overweight orange cat.
Bro, I heard about that.
Friend of the show, Christine, has this post from Tom Simmons. Says, school should have drag queens read the Epstein files to children.
Yes.
Funny words. Laura Loomer, who's an idiot, as we remember, right, had reposted. She was angry. She was very butthurt about, Bad Bunny. She says, illegal aliens and Latin hookers twerking at the Super Bowl. Not a single white person or English translation. And Brittany Joy Gray says, sorry, Italians, they've taken the white card back.
Yeah. What the fuck?
Bad Bunny's there with Lady Gaga. It's like, okay, that's funny. Brianna was smiling. I'm digging it. Cheerful Nihilism, friend of the show, has passed this one along from Koalatia_gaming. That was not a wasabi-coated pea. That was a clump of wasabi flavoring. I can smell forever. I am breathing in 10 dimensions. I can smell the number triangle. Like, and there's more along the same bent. Horizon Chaser 1957 says, I once absent-minded dunked a Frenchy fry in a horseradish instead of ketchup and ate it without looking. I had nostrils on all 6 planes of my skull. I sneezed through the soles of my feet. I could smell around corners.
I love
I love that other
horseradish,
people.
man.
I love that other people have shared my transcendental spicy experiences. Best and worst of Twitter 2 making another appearance in the show with a post from Annie Christ, who's reposted Commandante Starkins at Fan Since '09. Says, oh, you hate ice? Remember that when you're being mugged by an MS-13 gang member and you need 10 5'4" dumbasses to beat up a totally unrelated 65-year-old cleaning lady. Couldn't even get through the whole thing. You get the gist.
I love that took a turn.
Friend of the show and founding Zaddy, George
Shut
Hussein.
the fuck up.
Never catching
Very
on.
original.
Never ever catching on.
Has posted this picture of a paper boy back in the day wearing his little sweater with his button-down collar. And it's from Howling Mutant. He says, extra, extra, Clav gets brutally frame-mogged. And somebody says, what? Say, give me that paper, kid. Because he's commenting on the actual headline from Biggie Clips at BiggerBoy111. Clavicular ran into a frat leader at ASU and got brutally frame-mogged by him. Listen, guys, George is the most wired of all of us, and when he doesn't get it and is making fun of the words, that's funny.
I was not made for this world.
No, it's too much. But he keeps me hip that way.
I'm defeated.
This was a post from Benny Johnson, and I thought this was so funny because Brent Terhune was just like, about a week from now, a whole bunch of people who won't watch the Super Bowl halftime show are going to say how satanic it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, Brent, nailed it. His prophecies are correct. Benny Johnson, who you might remember, he pretends he cosplays as a Christian, but he was the one taking all those Russian butt money. Remember there were a bunch of these little influencers that were taking like $500,000 a year and thought they were that good? Benny Johnson says, they're not even hiding it anymore. Put on the full armor of God. And there's a picture of the, ark one of the arches, and it's got one of those spherical balls that I can't remember their name. I used to know the name of the toy. What's it called? Hoberman sphere? Look at that. The peanut gallery's got it through there. And it took me forever to actually see the star inside there and go, oh, it is kind of a pentagram. Good. I hope it annoys you. But what a joke. This guy believes whatever people pay him to say. and everybody was just, I was wondering when the right would start bitching about the Olympics. It was during the opening ceremony right away. Yeah. Got to do it. Anyway, meanwhile, MAGA's halftime show, we got a picture of Kid Rock in the Oval Office in this weird red, white, and blue bedazzled, bizarre outfit. MAGA, anti-drag, but pro whatever the fuck this is.
Yeah.
It really was quite strange. Friend of the show, Marco, has posted this one captioned, Oi! Picture of Christy Nome. It said, people just found out that Christy Nome's full name is Christy Lynn Arnold Nome. Take a moment to figure out why that's going viral. Christy Arnold Nome. Clan Barbie, that's what we're calling her now. Intersectional has reposted this picture of this freaked out guy in the Capitol, one of the J6ers, I believe. And it says, man pardoned in the U.S. Capitol riot pleads guilty to threatening Hakeem Jeffries. So, just sort of encapsulates 2026. Bunch of preventable problems there. Best and worst of Twitter 3. Sorry, best and worst of Twitter 3, clarify. Has this post from Albert Dylan Tapia, who reposts, drop mic at Blue Sky Social. Therapist, you have post-traumatic stress disorder. Me. Post?
Yeah, what the fuck?
The Onion, friend of the show, The Onion, has this picture of a man sitting on a toilet with steam blowing out a hole in his chest, and it says, powerful bidet blasts hole clean through, man.
Sign me up.
Dude.
I sent this one to all the comedians who've been making bidet jokes. Justin, Kyle, all of them. And that is my entire penultimate round, leaving only my post with the most. Going back to you, Quiet.
All right, here we go. My post with the most this week. I don't remember till I see it. Comes from Amar Rizbud at bummer_no_B. He says, time is Irish. The perseverance, the melancholia, the last name o'clock, etc. That's all I had this week. What do you got this week, Brane?
All right, this week I've got memories. So this week in 2016, on this day, I posted. This is an actual quote from the show, Married with Children, and it says, "Al Bundy sprays WD-40 on ma'am's foot to get you on." Ah, ma'am. See, I told you I was a 4. No, ma'am. I would. Eric, do you have an Al Bundy voice? I wish I had an Al Bundy voice right now. But
I mean,
it's just
he's kind of nasally a little bit. I'm not that
4 is what you need to yell when the shoe pops off. Now, are we done here? Ma'am, I don't think I like that shade of blue. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We'll stand in front of the mirror. I'll strangle you, and when we reach the shade of blue you like, let me know.
God damn.
Let's see what you got, Tiede.
Oh, this show has done apprehensible damage to me. My therapist is gonna be
Hey, that was
my therapist is gonna be so disappointed in like all the work that we're gonna have to redo. I was making fucking progress. All right, it's time for my post with the most. Let's get this over with. God damn it!
Boom.
I posted this about a year ago. I was very called out by this. It's a picture of an orangutan hiding behind a tree in a swamp, and it says, "When your coworker brings donuts to the office and you have to pretend you don't want one immediately." This is what I must look like to all my coworkers when the food shows up.
I stopped caring about that a long time ago. Put it in my mouth. Put it in my mouth.
I still have crippling self-confidence issues, okay? And that's my post the most. Let's get this fucking over with. Go, Sizemore.
All right. Let's see. Oh, what are these? Oh, I don't know where I am here now. Hang on a second. Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Shut up.
244 episodes.
Star Trek Starfleet Academy. And by the way, if you're not watching Starfleet Academy, you're missing out. Tig Notaro. Oh, I love it. Absolutely enjoyed it. As this post from Billy Stralger, and we've got a Klingon and a Vulcan, very Worf looking, and they're staring straight into the camera, and it says, "When the couple buying you blood wine all night gives you this look."
Dude.
That's good.
First commenter says, "Probably won't survive the night. Probably won't."
No, probably not.
Now, see, if we were super nerds, somebody'd be speaking Klingon right now, but we're not quite that nerded out.
No, I never learned that one.
Yeah, and I believe, ladies and gentlemen, we have now completed every single item on the constitutionally required, trademarked, copyrighted to-do list that is an episode of Facebook for the Blind. To all of you out there in TV land, we love you. Mwah!
Love you, George.
Love you, Beverly.
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.